Wow. So it wasn't even really a thought of a like, yo, this is a second option, because you wasn't even really messing with your first option.
I just, at that point, man, I was so disgusted with some of the options that I had at that point, knowing that I saw some of my peers who we just ran through was doing this over here. And not that we here to be checking nobody's pocket and all that kind of stuff, but it's like, how come ain't nobody help? And then when we went to Longburg was such a crazy experience. Like, even with Longburg, we went through this every day. Imagine this every day. You sleep, right? Before you even go to sleep, Gil Reynolds at our door, because he took a liking. He used to always say, oh, I took a liking to you boys. So he used to pull up to me and our door. We was roommates. He would stay at our door until 3 o'clock in the morning. And then at 6 o'clock in the morning, you know how he woke us up?
Nah. A bullhorn or something?
Bullhorn. He had a hammer, right? And he, on everybody's door with the hammer. Boom, 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 boom. Wake your asses up. Get in the hall. Next person. Boom, 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 boom. Wake your ass up. Get in the hall with a hammer. Right? And then you,
like a nut,
and then he tell you, listen, then he'll lecture you for a whole hour. You tired, listening. Like, I'm like, yo, dog, you just left here 3 hours ago. And now you back. I'm tired. Then he look at somebody got the stupid smirk or whatever, and he'll tell everybody, go get dressed, right? We get dressed, right? As we had to go and get dressed, he would make us jog 5 miles to the McDonald's. Everybody had to pick a straw, right? Jog 5 miles to McDonald's, pick a straw, bring that straw back. You couldn't bring 2 straws. Let them find you a more than 1 straw. Or act like you didn't run all the way to McDonald's and have somebody else bring back a straw. And he used to have a police officer or whatever parked on the side of the road that used to always catch people. And by the time we used to get back to the campus, he'll look right at that person. We'll have to stop right in front of him. And he'd be like, you got something to tell me, son? He used to say that, just like that. And he used to be like this. Probably like, old dude, you got something to tell me, son? And he'd get all the way in your face. And you'd be like, what? You think you're being slick? And he'd be like, you think I don't have eyes on you? And then you get caught. And then you know what? And then now all of us got to do something stupid. He'll say, now I'm going to have all y'all do. He used to say that, do something stupid. Take us into the gym, and we used to run for like 2 hours.
Oh, man. Coach Reynolds, man. Oh, man.
Yeah.
So after going through all of that, you picking St. Peter's, you go through all of that crazy stuff at Longburg. How would you say that your adjustment to college was easier than?
Easier, way easier. Because I'll be honest, when I came back from Longburg that summer, like I was like a machine. I was like a machine. Even like even in the hood, because my thing is I wasn't like one of those basketball hoes, so I ain't need to play everywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the stuff that I played in the places that I played, when I came, I left my mark that summer, and it felt different to people. Even people would be able to see the difference, but I felt that when I went out with Gil, there was a certain amount of fundamentals that I just didn't have. And when I was playing my senior year and stuff like that at King, we was just dogs. We was just determined or whatever. But like, and I had to pull up, but my handle wasn't right. Like creating my own shot and all that kind of stuff. I really didn't do as much, but I had my man Nard and Waleed and all these dudes to set me up. I just had to run my lane, and they hit me, and I was finishing that.
Right.
Period.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when I went there, he worked on a lot of the nuances of our game, all kind of drills and all kind of life lessons that he taught us while we was out there. That next year, all that stuff started kicking in. By the time we started getting to college and stuff like that, I felt like I was like an adult by the time I got to college. And even as a freshman, I was like, even my college teammates can see this. As a freshman, I came in as like the leader.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not like vocal, but as far as
your action.
As far as my actions, I was out there putting in super work. When we played in the game and all that, the first 5 games of the season, I was the leading scorer or whatever. It was just that at a certain time, the coaches and all that dialed me back.
Yeah.
Because the players that was playing in front of me, that was seniors and stuff like that, they were coming back from injury and all that kind of stuff. But you know what I'm saying? I was prepared.
That's what I want to get into with you. Like, when you say how your coaches dialed you back, I noticed you had started out your freshman year kind of with a kind of explosive. But when you look at your minutes per game, your freshman year, you played 12 minutes a game. How frustrating was that?
That was crazy frustrating. Because my thing is, I knew that even though I was probably only going to play like 15 minutes a game, even at the peak or whatever, I knew that when I played those 15 minutes, I had to make an impact. So even I started my first 5 games, I averaged like 15 points in 15 minutes. Even when we played against Kansas was #1 team in the country when we played against Kansas. Jock Vaughn, Paul Pierce, Rafe LaFrance, Scott Pollard, Gerard Hass. Like, the person who I was guarding in Kansas, right? My matchup was Paul Pierce. The freshman. Well, I got the 6'8" guy.
Yeah, the All-American.
Put me on Jock Vaughn. All of them was All-Americans.
Right, everybody.
Put me on Jock Vaughn but I was intent on making my mark or whatever, and that's what I did as a freshman. Whatever minutes I was able to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in my sophomore year, it was my show.
Yeah, you definitely made a big jump. Basically tripled your playing time. You more than doubled your scoring output. What you think caused that? Just having the freedom, or do you think you improved that much? You was double as better? What do you think helped?
I mean, what I think helped was staying in the gym. I stayed in the gym. I showed up early, stayed late, all the time. You know what I mean? I was focused. Even the summertime. In the summertime, the only tournament I would play in the summertime was 55th. But I knew that I would play in 55th because that was a good payday or whatever. But
right.
You know what I mean? But for the most part, I just made sure that I just kept working hard, hone my craft. I got my shot up. You know what I mean? My trainers and stuff like that was on me was intent about working on stuff that I needed to work on, and I just got better. And I knew that once I got the opportunity where I could be more productive, I needed to be more productive, and that's what I did. I knew that I was in college. I was the first person out of my family that was in college, so I knew that while I was in college, I needed to be able to make this thing. I needed to be able to max that opportunity, and every opportunity I got to max that opportunity, I did so. On and off the court.
Respectable.